Hello, good day. This is Sharina and I am eat.log.repeat on Instagram and here on YouTube. And today I'm going to show you what I've done with an item that I was supposed to get rid of, and then I just somehow kept it and turned it into something else. So, and this is the item, and I've already done the cutting, and this is lengthy, and I don't want to bore you about how I did it, but I'll just show you, I'll give you a gist of how I've done it. This was actually an A5 clear binder. This was the spine, you can see it here. It's different, and you've got the hole on top, and that's the hole, another hole there. So basically this was a ring binder, and so imagine a notebook, and this is the other half. I've already converted, I think I've mentioned it, what I've used the other half of this, because I wanted to create a clear cover notebook for myself. What I've done was to butcher the ring binder, cut it in half, and then use the plastic, because this PVC plastic is very, very thick. And I learned that the hard way because when I was stitching my herbal tea, sorry, raspy voice, my herbal tea, my tea journal, it took me ages to do this. So you can see here, that's the other half. It's a plastic, and that's the edge. I didn't bother cutting it because this is reinforced. The edge is reinforced, so might as well use it. And that's the other half. So basically I folded it. It's like that. Half here, and the other half is here. And you will see remnants of how hard it was to cut it, because you can see this uneven stitching here. And that's another stitching, and I almost gave up doing this because it was so hard. This is not perfect. I made it and I love it, and just shows, it gives you a story basically. So that's the other half of the A5 ring binder that I had. It was cheap. I think I got it from AliExpress or Amazon, I can't remember, but very, very cheap. So it had a rings mechanism like this here, and I kept that. I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but I do have it somewhere home in my drawer. And yes, so I'm going to reuse that somehow. And I decided to convert it rather than buy. I know I can buy this ring binder and it's cheap on Asian sites, but I didn't want to buy another one, and I wanted a project. And what I've done was to fold it in half. This is another butchered rings that I have, and I knew I was going to use it for something. And this is a personal size ring binder. You can see this is A6, so more or less a little bit. That's A6, and this is slightly bigger than an A6. So I know it's a personal size. And I'll be back. I want to show you something. Right, I got it. So this paper is Stalogy paper. And I love Stalogy paper. It's different from a Tomoe River paper. It's slightly thicker, but it has that onion skin. And I know for a fact that this paper is very, very sturdy because I've used it as my notebook for my kitchen. So I'm a chef and I flip it every day. Hold on, you can see signs of it here. You see the aging signs of this, and I was just flipping constantly, and you can see how strong it is. So I decided to use this paper here for two reasons. One, I had a spare notebook and I've got loads of spare pages and I wanted to use it. And two, as I said earlier, it's very, very sturdy. The plan for this notebook is going to be a tea library. Because my tea journal is becoming a lot and I've got loads of tea for me to still drink, and I don't want a double. I don't want to journal a double. I will drink it, but I don't want to journal a double. So this will be like a library, and I will show you what happens. I'll do a follow-up video after this. So basically the idea is to do an alphabetical divider, and then put the name of the brand and list down their tea flavors. So there will be brands wherein it's just one, like Tom Studio created their tea, popcorn tea, which was delicious. So I'll just have one. So there will be pages wherein there's 3 brands. There will be pages wherein it's just one, like Twinings, for example, has loads of brands. Ahmed Tea, loads of brands. Popular Tea, Taylor's Tea, other British tea. Yeah, anyway, that's the top of my head. There's loads here. So the plan is for me to write down the tea name and my rating when and if I've done it. And so when I receive a tea from somebody as a gift, I can check if I've had it, or if I have it on my stash, and if I don't, I'll keep it. And if I do, 2 things: either I re-gift it because I do swaps, or I will drink it. Chances are I will drink it because I do drink extra teas aside from my tea of the day. Anyway, that's boring. I'll show you what I've done. This is an unusual size, and I'll show you why. This, can you see that? That's an A6. That's the width of an A6, and this is the width of not A6. I should be, here you go, I've got my massive ruler here. So an A6 is around 410 centimeters. And this one is just 80. Again, for reference, an A6 is around 150 height. And this is around 190. I will put, for reference, I will place a personal size standard rings here. I mean, here in this corner. Yeah, there. Place it there so that you can see the comparison. So basically, this is a custom size, and I got this one from my chef's notebook. I don't use it anymore because I've quit that job, and I'm still keeping this until I've transferred all my notes and recipes. But basically, can you see that? So that's how much spare pages I had. And I really didn't want to throw it away or not use it. And because I love the paper, I ended up cutting it. So I had that idea of cutting it. And I think because I love this page, I might butcher this, because this was this sticker is special. My friend Dee Dee gave it to me, and I will use this page somehow as a divider for one of my TNs, because this is a TN size. Stalogy, cut down Stalogy in TN size. Which, by the way, Stalogy, I've seen your new notebooks, which is A6 cut down, A6 slim, and B6 slim. But can you please do a TN size, which is an A5 slim? So if you don't know, this is an A5 size, normally that big, that wide, maybe an inch wider, and I've cut it down to fit my traveler's notebook. So if you love the paper and you want to cut it down, go for it. I've just cut it down buy X-Acto knife or craft knife. And some people go to a bookbinder store and they can just cut it professionally. You can do that. And you can also buy ones that are already cut. I know Etsy, there's a few stores there, and I think Crafty Alley does it and a few others. But yeah, wherever you are, just have a check so that you don't have to pay extra for shipping. But have a look, or just go to a binder's professional printing shop and they can cut it for you. We had one, I've been to one recently, and they said they will cut it for £6. So not that bad really. So, but it's totally worth it. Anyway, I digress. This is going to be my tea library, and I just love a clear notebook because you can just decorate the front page and it will be different every time. Yeah, that's how it is. This is basic. I wanted to, you can see that's the back, and there's a little hole there. I wanted to cover that hole on this side because, as I've mentioned earlier, this is the spine and there's normally 2 holes there, like this ring. So it will look this way, and I've got a hole. What I've done was I've got spare leather from doing my notebooks. I've cut it into, is this a pennant shape? Anyway, I cut it that way. And then I have this, it's like a screw. Can you see that? Yeah, that's a screw that I placed in. Right. I think I'm gonna have to forward this because, okay, no, that's taking quicker than I thought. And then you just have to get a screwdriver to tighten that one. That's it. This one's a bit too loose, so what I'll do is probably put a glue, or maybe not, because if I plan to change this, that's a good way of doing it. Just constantly change the decoration. I don't know. For now, this is that's the decoration. And this one I got from Color Cafe, and this is her latest product, Steep First and Stress Later. This is a vegan leather, and this feels like felty, and the details are amazing. And of course I have to have it because, you know, tea. And that's a pan. I'm going to stick it there. I'm just not going to stick it because I want to film a reel later. You have to plan these stuff. But anyway, so that's it. That's what I've done with what is supposed to be scrap. Is now going to be my tea library. So let's see how it goes. I have a feeling my tea obsession will go for a while. And, you know, they're just lovely to drink. And it's the foodie in me, the chef in me, just loves drinking and trying new things. And yeah, that's it. That's how it's going to look like. And I hope I've given you some ideas on how to convert your scraps for something else or repurpose it. And thank you for watching, and I hope you like this one. I have more. I do have a series planned into repurposing things. The plan is just to use my stash because I'm trying to cut down on my expenses. So far, so good. But let's see, there's an event in May. I'm trying to save up for that. That's the miso paper event, and I think there will be, well, not I think, I know for a fact that there will be a few items that are limited edition and will only be available in that event. So I'm preparing for that. So that's it. Thank you very, very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.